Good morning. Happy Red Friday. Go Chiefs. So it's 5 a.m. right now. I couldn't sleep, so I just got up and figured I have a kiln to unload. So I'm gonna record this instead of going live at 5 a.m. But then I can kind of also post on all of my platforms, so figured this will work. Okay, since I'm not waiting on anybody, I'm gonna go ahead and unload. All right, so I'm gonna start with two first. And this one, and this other one. Both of these had little teeny tiny little holes that had crawled right underneath the handle. So we just dabbed them with some different glaze and threw them back in the kiln. These belong to, I have a high schooler who is doing her senior project with me. And so those are hers, just had those little edits per se that needed to be done. And so she did those and I threw them in with here. Next one is my youngest daughter, Emmeline. Sometimes she wants to do something and so does Lillian, whatever, I don't care. So I'm like, well, go grab that mug and paint it. So it's a slip mug and obviously it was around Christmas time and she wanted snow, but she wrote her name on it. I think it's cute. So that is what they do sometimes while I'm out here. Here's my comb pack. This is just a 5 and a 6. That's a good solid 5. We're happy. I want to do, okay, I'll do this. So I have some pendants for a necklace. They'll go on a chain. I have a couple. Then I have some earrings, some little mushroom earrings. Now they are on a U-hook, so really if you wanted it to be a necklace, then fine, but I have 2 matching, so. And then a little larger pair of mushrooms. And then I have these flowers, and I'm just gonna show you since it's several different colors here. I have like a pink, yellow, white, and then the purple. And I kind of think all of them, I want to put mother of pearl on and fire them again. Give it a little bit of a pizzazz, shall we say. All right. I have a little motorcycle here. I do have a matching mug down there. I don't know, I feel like something needs to be in the sky, but I don't know what. So I'm kind of gonna play with that and see what I want to do. I have a cardinals and birch trees plate. There's a lot of aluminum hydrate on it. That'll come off real easy. So, but I use a lot of that with larger trays. You can see the big tray down there. So that there's no cracking, but it crawled a lot. I'm gonna have to refire that one. Darn it. Beautiful tray. I love these big ones, but they do crack often. This one did not, but my cream was a little too thick, so it crawled. So I'll just have to take a little dab of either color, put it on these spots that crawled, and refire it. It'll be fine. And then cross my fingers it doesn't break in that. Kiln unloading. I need coffee. Remember, it's 5 a.m. Okay, I have the post on there. I'm gonna lay these flat. There's a lot of A lot of aluminum hydrate on that. Yeah, it spit even on that one. So I'll have to grind a little bit on that one. What are you doing, buddy? You guys didn't see my dog over there, did you? He was coughing. You were coughing, weren't you, buddy? What are you doing? You okay? Coughing weird. Okay, I had a matching larger one of this, but as I said, they sometimes crack, and it did. So it's kind of black with some white waves. Kind of a nice sky. Ooh, so I've been on the hunt for a new dark blue that works well with black glaze or black clay and white clay. I love what this one did. I think it's called Moody Blue from Coyote. I love how like it broke, but it's still perfect. It's awesome. I love that. Very happy with that color. Here I've got some trinket dishes. You can barely see some flowers back there. I used a different glaze. It's a satin yellow. I think it's butter. Definitely looks like butter. I would not say anything else looks more like butter than that. Oh, darn. My bunny broke an ear off. Well, that stinks. But it is what it is. I had a bunny. He will have to go in the trash. As long as this one didn't break. This one I spent a lot of time. So what I did here, I'd use that same satin yellow butter on the back. I did a wash of iron, I think it was iron wash, and then I wiped it back so it made it look more distressed. That was my goal with that. And then I went in and I painted all of the sunflowers yellow and all of the leaves green. I've done this on a couple other things before, and I didn't like how, I mean, I love the bright colors, but I didn't like how bright it was because it just stood out really too much. I didn't care for it. So I was hoping that doing that wash, wiping it back, would help it. And I think it did. I like it better. I like that better than the other. Pardon my back there. All right, so this one I have a little bit of grinding to do. That won't take long. Ooh, this is a happy shelf. Okay. I have another cardinals and birch tree, and I used the birch on the back. I love it. I did the same on the back. This was my very first like bowl that I had made using the GR Pottery form, the Wallies, and so I wasn't real sure how much I would like it, but I fired it and now it's done. So just a little whatever bowl. Here's a bunny. That one works. This one's actually a refire because it was a little too light. It needed a little bit more glaze. So I am happier with that now. What you doing, Clifford? What are you doing? He's trying to get into something. I did the same thing on this one as the larger one. All right. black clay and honey flux on all of these that I'm about to show you. I love that combo. So just a little trinket dish for that one. These are the other bowls that I made with once I got a little bit better. This was the first one. These were soon to follow. So to me, on black clay, nothing is better than our honey flux. I love, love, love it. An oval one. This black clay is heavily grogged, so you could use it as a baker. So if you wanted to put little mac and cheese or something in one, then you could. It would be fine. So up next, my next loading of the kiln, trying to decide if I want to do we'll see how the rest turn out, I guess. If I need more refires, then I'll wait, but this one was a refire. It actually was up at the market greenhouse for a while, but it had lots of spots that were bare on the bottom. So I thought, let's just put it in the kiln again, see if that does any better. I may put an overglaze decal on it, jazz it up a little bit. I need to reload. He's being inappropriate right now. Make your own kind of music. I don't like how it ran right there. I tried to have all that cleaned up, but nothing wrong with it. Little lemons. And I fully expected this when that tray had crawled. I have quite a few things in here with that cream, so kind of expected that. A little bit of crawling to happen. Inside's fine, but some crawling on the outside. So I'll probably just put dabs here and there, put it back in there. Disappointed in that, how much it burnt off, because I spent a lot of time painting that in, but you can still see it. You can still see it's pink, just barely. And pink does burn off sometimes. So, it'll be all right. I debated about painting these in, but I kind of thought I would rather just do something else on it. Deciding if I want to do mother of pearl. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I kind of want to do like a giant mother of pearl load. And gold. I have all those black mugs. Cream crawled again a little bit there. So that's what that tells me. I have it too thick. This one is that Moody Blue on white clay. And I did put a little bit of cream just right there along the top. Kind of wish it was a little bit more oomph to it, a little more pizzazz, shall we say. So, same thing on this one. I painted in the sunflowers. I did put that just kind of like right on the rim. It's not usually too much of a runner, but it ran a little. This I have for someone. This is for someone. I have several coming up that are the same thing. Oh, a little bit of grinding there to do. Not too big a deal. Then I have a planter and wish it was a little thicker. That is a dip and pour glaze, and so I should not have had to put so many layers on it. They're thick layers too, but I did. Like, I did put that many layers. I put 2 really thick layers on it, so I'm really surprised. Like right along here, you can tell it's just 1. You can tell, you know, that I only did the 1. But I'm really kind of surprised that you can still see so much brush strokes right up here just because I did 2 really thick. Refire that one. See if I can lift that up without having a casualty. Okay. Down here, this is a refire. This was in the last kiln unloading. Some dandelions. It had a little bit of crawling on the inside and on the handle here, so I just put a little dot of some more glaze, put it back in there. It wasn't too big of a deal, but here's that matching motorcycle mug. I feel like I wanted to do something in the sky, so I'm not sure what I'll do, but those will belong up at the chop shop for sure. And I will be making more of those for the chop shop. This one's also a refire. I just wanted more on the sky. So, how do you have a farm scene with like white sky? Also a refire. It was just a little too thin. I wanted it darker. So, now we're good. Funny thing on these, I had put the clear glaze over it, so I had no idea what was on these. This one I could see just a little bit on the bottom part, and so I knew this one was the plaid, but I couldn't see anything on this one, so I really had no idea. I tried to look, and I'm like, without ruining it, I don't know. I do love that blue with black clay. I think that's a happy note. So the dark blue that I had, Sapphire Float, loved it. Loved Sapphire Float with absolutely everything that I did, on white clay, black clay, all of it, loved it. But it is so expensive, and so I really wanted to find a good substitute that did not cost that much. So that's my whole goal. All right, so a lot of these are already spoken for, and it's funny how much this ran, because what I did here was, knowing that this one's a little bit of a runner, you see some good crystals in there, so pretty. Knowing this is a runner, I did 1 layer, 2 layer, and then 3 layers. So I knew that there was a chance of it running, but I wasn't expecting this, like how you can see all of that and then dipped. So that's interesting. I'm gonna guess that they are all like that. Here's another. Good crystals though on the bottom. You can see the crystal growth. Very pretty. But on the on the gunmetal green part. A tea strainer with the black copper on the outside and gunmetal green on the inside. Look at that deliciousness. Isn't it so pretty? When gunmetal green works, it's my favorite. So, and I did it this way. I was worried about this one because it didn't have a lip. It didn't have anything to slow the glaze down. So I put it on a shelf just in case. I kind of liked it the other way around with the copper on the bottom and this on the top because of the running. But this is the one she showed me, so I was trying to imitate it as much as I could. Now this one was good. Those are good drips. I like that one. Yep, that one's good. Now here's an interesting thing though. This one I just did black copper all over. So, pretty plain, but I like it. If you like the copper, I almost put that in my coffee drinking one. And then the last one, I did opposite. This is the one that I like best. See how it fell over the copper? That's interesting. And then you have a little bit of the crystals. So pretty. So, so pretty. Okay, that's all I have. So now that it's 5:30-ish, I will go and put these up so nobody runs into them today. And then you can check them out at any of our retail stores. I don't know where they'll go when and anything. So if there's a certain one that you really like, ask me. And yeah, thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and go Chiefs. Bye.